Today, I want to talk to you about the INFJ and insomnia. Yeah, do you know they are chronic insomniacs, the INFJ? I mean, a lot of them report the fact that they can't sleep through a whole night. Well, there might be a couple of nights in the week, maybe a week, maybe one night a week they might be able to sleep their night through. But there's a good majority of nights they cannot sleep. They just wake up, they toss, they turn. Maybe they scroll on their phone. Maybe they meditate. Maybe they think. But there's a lot of times they just wake up in the middle of the night and they cannot sleep for hours. That's their life. They're chronic insomniacs. And I'm going to actually ask a few questions. And I'm going to explain why this is going on, actually, people. See, the INFJ is, their mind never stops. Their introverted intuition and their introverted thinking are always going. So they're always in their head thinking. And it never stops. They're always overthinking, overanalyzing. So they're always in their head constantly. Now, a lot of other types, not to stereotype all of them, typically when a brain shuts down for sleep and it goes into the REM cycle, the neurons in the brain start to diminish a little bit. They just tame down a bit. They don't stop completely. The brain can never stop completely, but a sufficient amount of the neurons stop, just enough to put them into a state of unconsciousness, prolonged unconsciousness, to sleep. Now, the INFJ's brain is a little bit different. Those neurons don't calm down very often. Those neurons stay consistent. They work even into the REM cycle. They diminish slightly, but not as much as another typical other types' brains for the most part. So their neurons don't stop. So they're always thinking, even into sleep. So their patterns and their thinking goes into their dreams. So what's happening is that maybe something profound happens in there. You know, maybe because they're still thinking, even into their sleep, even though they're unconscious, they're awoken. Maybe they're awakening in order to process that thought. Yeah, that's what it is. And whether they know it or not, this is what's going on. They have to think about it consciously in order to make more sense out of it, in order to decipher it. It's all part of their overthinking, their chronic overthinking. So what do you do about that? Well, I know there's lots of drugs on the market, over-the-counter drugs on the market, but those leave awful side effects on the brain. And you might find out that those are more detriment than they're worth. So really can't do much about it. Maybe you could meditate. Things like that. Meditation during the day will help the brain get a little more calmed down. It'll keep you more balanced. But that's about the only option you got, just to get control over your thoughts and your mind. And that takes a lifetime for the INFJ to do. Well, people, my 3 minutes are coming up. Thank you so much.